गुड मॉर्निंग बे आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते नमस्कार वणक्कम खुश आमदीद अस्सलाम वालेकुम सत श्री अकाल मी कंदरकी वंदनमु जय स्वामी नारायण जय श्री कृष्णा जय जिनेन्द्र एंड ऑफ कोर्स बस सारे इस्माइली भाई बंधु बोलेंगे या अली मदद एंड मौला अली मदद बंधुजान हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे मैं से फालतू बाबा फालतू थोड़ी देर में जॉइन हो जाएगी बंधुजान एंड उससे पहले आपको बोल देंगे गुड मॉर्निंग oh my god the weather is so nice outside it's like cold at the same time it has some sunlight right it's like well Balujan, let me tell you one thing just because the sunlight doesn't mean it's not going to be nice and warm no it actually is going to be pretty cold outside it's 51 degrees right now outside Balujan. I might get colder to low my low like it's fluctuating like 10 degrees here and there so it's like 41 degrees lowest and highest might go 61 62 63 that kind of range but it's going to be cloudy all the way in the evening Balujan. Into the evening also you're going to have some clouds right now it's sunny but do not worry. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All these days are actually nice and sunny. Let's welcome Faltrani. Hi Faltrani. Good morning. क्या हाल चाल है?
बस वही रोटी वही दाल चावल है
अरे very good Faltrani. Very nice. It's nice to see some people use the words actually I've created for everybody out there. So it's nice. Very good. तो बंजन आज we're going to be going to take a look at what's happening in the roads and also some news updates for you guys coming up. और उससे पहले हम लोग जाके चेक करेंगे रास्ते का हाल टोटल क्या बोलते हैं Faltrani?
सस्ते में
That's true, Banajan.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408 912 2479.
Yeah, Banajan, that's an offer open to everybody out there who want to call up and share what's happening on the roads for sure. And again, number to call for that is 408-912-2479. 408-912-2479 रास्ते का हाल क्या बताया बोलते रास्ते का हाल तो ऐसा ही जैसे कोविड सिचुएशन था so it's pretty much freeways are kind of free right now not too crowded so doesn't mean they got to go jump into it right now please stay sheltered and if you're still sheltering in COVID situation wise we look at many states are gearing up for the distribution of the vaccine but still there is no direction as to who or which group is going to get it first. Yeah, but then the first responders or the people who actually are directly involved in the thing, like the nurses and doctors and everybody else, they're the ones who will be getting the first doses of it. In terms of the repercussions or any kind of side effects, we talked about yesterday. In fact, there was 15% of the population who actually received the vaccine had some side effects which were visible very clearly is what they're saying and nothing serious has been coming out other than the fact that they actually redness in the area they get the vaccine and also some people having some fever and body pain are the side effects which they're saying of the vaccine, which generally is for any vaccine. There will be some kind of side effects coming up over there for sure. Now, talking about side effects, traffic to light है लेकिन फिर भी side effects में accidents आती रहती है. The disabled vehicle on 280 southbound north of Lawrence Expressway. The CHP is on the scene to clear it probably because of a breakdown or whatever has happened over there. I don't see any more details from them about that. If you go down further on 17, there is a vehicle which again disabled on Summit Road in Los Gatos. It is not impacting traffic as of now, so watch out for that. Let's go up north. Some residual delays of 101 southbound near the Marin and San Francisco area. In fact, this particular traffic delay is very small, but just going further up towards the Sausalito side, again, there is an accident. There is no connection between the fact that the accident and the delays over here. So that's something which you got to watch out for if you are on the roads. And if you look at congestion points, I just see that near the bridge 92, because of construction work, I suppose probably there's a huge backlog there in this place. No accidents reported there, but just that traffic is heavy in the region. So watch out, drive very carefully. And if at all you think, oh, it's beautiful weather, let me go picnicking. Yeah, you can go with only your family and friends you're sheltered with. And if you're going to be meeting other people, mingling with them, please wear a mask if possible and try to see if you can curb the spread of the virus. We're not asking you to curb the virus, we're asking you to spread of the virus as if virus is not going to more host to get on to and infect other people there. So, Badajan, that was your traffic update, a little bit update on what's happening with the weather. But it's time for us to go and see what's happening with news. Father, do you have some headlines for us or what do you think we should do?
Yes, we do.
All right, Badajan, so here are the headlines for today coming up. Faldrani, take it away.
The UK approves the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. US Health Agency shortens the quarantine recommendations following coronavirus exposure. The US has spent billions stockpiling ventilators, but many won't save critically ill COVID-19 patients. Donald Trump backs Republican COVID 19 package after McConnell rejects a bipartisan proposal. U.S. prosecutors are investigating potential White House bribery for pardon scheme. Biden to carry Georgia after the second recount, state election officials say. Uber and JetBlue join Amazon-backed climate pledge. Salesforce is going to be buying the workplace app called Slack in a $27.7 billion deal. Teen banking app Step reaches for the stars to raise $50 million. And in news from India, Government of India is warning Wikipedia of action over link showing the wrong map of Jammu and Kashmir. The Supreme Court of India has directed the centre to install CCTV cameras in the offices of the CBI, ED, the Enforcement Directorate, and also the Narcotics Bureau. India versus Australia, the third one-day international match. Finally, India avoids a series whitewash with a 13-run victory over Australia. More on all of this coming up shortly.
And of course, Bachchan, that was your headlines for the day. We'll come back with more details of the news. Bachchan, but पहले एक छोटा सा गाने की तरफ जाएंगे Bachchan. And today's गाने की I have picked for you from the movie Sanju. Vikram Montrose की music में, I think lyrics by Shekhar Astatwa. Voice, of course, you can recognize unmistakably Sukhwinder Paji and also Shreya Ghoshal. The music is very nice, and so the meaning of the words Bachchan, Kar Har Maidan Fateh. घायल परिंदा है तू, जिंदा है तू,
घायल परिंदा है तू, औलाद जिंदा है तू, है तुझ में हौसला,
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
तेरी जुनून की आगे
हम बर पनाही मांगे,
कर डाले तू जो फैसला,
टूटी तकदीर तो क्या,
शमशीरें तो क्या, टूटी शमशीरों से ही
हर हर मैदान फतेह, हर मैदान फतेह.
पकड़ के
पूछना है जीत का पता,
जीत का पता, गुजर के भीड़ से जुदा, भीड़ से जुदा. And of course, Bachchan, all we're telling you is, come on, we're gonna get over it. Just one more month and 2020 will be done. We can just chalk it down to the the karma which Trump has done for us, Bachchan. So don't worry about that. You can find somebody to blame the orange. Now, I'll tell you what, Bachchan, we are going to go into the news in detail for you guys. Let me tell you, when we say detail, we're going to talk about what the news is. has been so far. We might share some updates for you guys because of time constraint. Probably you might not be able to get to all the news items because we picked for you guys. But nevertheless, what you can do is you can go to our news blog mediamahima.com and वहाँ पे जाके you can actually check up the news in detail. But in fact, I can provide you links also where you found the stories from, like Reuters and Reuters and other places. But so you actually can get to go in depth in those stories we share on air as well. So right now, this is the news.
Britain approved Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine on Wednesday, jumping ahead of the rest of the world in the race to begin the most crucial mass inoculation program in history with a shot tested in wide-scale clinical trials. Prime Minister Boris Johnson touted the green light from Britain's Medicine Authority as a global win and a ray of hope amid the pandemic, though he recognized the logistical challenges of vaccinating an entire country of 67 million people. The US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Wednesday said that it was recommending shorter self-quarantine periods after potential exposure to the coronavirus of 7 days with a negative test and 10 days without a test. Health authorities currently call for a 14-day quarantine after close contact with a person who has COVID-19 in order to curb the transmission of the virus. The CDC still recommends the 14-day quarantine period for those exposed to COVID-19, calling the shorter options alternatives. It hopes will increase compliance, CDC officials told reporters on a conference call. The US has spent billions of dollars on stockpiling ventilators, with the COVID-19 pandemic sweeping across its shores. Earlier this year, almost orders for about $3 billion worth of ventilators were placed for a national stockpile, which is meant to save Americans suffering from severe respiratory problems brought on by the disease. But of the 140,000 machines added since then by the government to the US strategic national stockpile, almost half were basic breathing devices that do not even meet medical needs, is what medical specialists say are the minimum requirements for ventilators needed to treat acute respiratory distress syndrome, the main cause of death among COVID-19 patients, according to a Reuters review of publicly available device specifications and interviews with doctors and industry executives. Why is this important for us to know, Banajan? It is taxpayer dollars, right?
Yep.
And there's a lot of these respirators that have been ordered, which are not even serving the purpose.
So what's going to happen to all those? Will they? I think it's like well, if you look at it that way, there's still $300 million of hydrochloroquine still in the stockpile.
Yeah. Well, here's what they're also saying. Only about 10% of the full ICU ventilators of a type that doctors and ventilator specialists say they would normally use to intubate patients suffering from ARDS, which is acute respiratory distress syndrome, is only 10%. Is actually usable.
And you actually
according to
can't even
Reuters.
repurpose those machines because specific to a particular thing, right?
I have no idea.
But anyway, they did it on good faith in I don't know, okay, whatever, because they were anticipating that the COVID situation will have to be ready for it. So I think it's fine. I don't know.
Well, there is another investigation that's going to be launched, I think, or is already underway, Banajan, with regard to how the COVID-19 stimulus package, the money that has been set aside for a lot of this, COVID actually became a huge business opportunity for a lot of people.
Well, okay, I'll tell you what, Bridget, this is okay. COVID still, if you say business opportunity, you might say they're trying to see if they can save the world. I understand. But you know what you should do, Faltwani?
Huh.
I'll just go throw a kind of a wrench to this thing like here. I would say throw a thought out that people to chew on.
Huh.
What about that wall we're trying to build? Hey, no, it's really, there's a lot of money which went into it already. She appropriated some $2 billion from the defense bill into that thing also, by the way.
Yes,
And
he
some
did.
portion of the wall is built. Now, what's going to happen for the wall which is built over there?
Well, now,
What about the fence around the White House? Think about it, Balajan. Why do you need that? Yeah, I send the bill to Trump, I tell you, seriously.
yeah.
Let us see if he can pay it, because next year he's going to be to $400 million of his debt is going to come payable. Is going to be payable next year, and send him this bill also.
Yeah.
In fact, you should send him a big bill for him for COVID, I suppose.
Yeah.
Nobody said China did it, China.
President Donald Trump has said that he would sign a Senate Republican coronavirus relief measure, a White House official said on Wednesday, though it was unclear that it would have the votes to pass the Democratic-controlled House of Reps. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said Trump supported a proposal put forth by Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell after he rejected on Tuesday a $908 billion bipartisan package. McConnell's outline is very close to the legislation that the Senate leader has been touting for months and was rejected by Democrats, according to one Senate Republican source. The plan includes only $332.7 billion in new loans or grants to small businesses, according to a document provided to Reuters. The president will sign the McConnell proposal that he put forward yesterday. We look forward to making progress on that, Mnuchin told reporters on Capitol Hill. So Mnuchin actually spoke a day after he and White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows addressed the COVID-19 relief with McConnell and House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy in a private discussion that focused on measures that Trump could be expected to sign into law. So again, we're not sure if it'll pass the House of Reps. Let's find out. We'll get you more updates right here. But at the end of the day, who's suffering? The average American.
Yep.
U.S. prosecutors now, the U.S. Justice Department is investigating a potential crime related to funneling money to the White House in exchange for a presidential pardon. According to court documents unsealed in federal courts, the U.S. District Judge Beryl Howell on Tuesday released a heavily redacted order that described what she called a bribery for pardon scheme investigation. About half of the 18-page document was blacked out, with publicly available version providing few details about the alleged scheme and naming none of the people potentially involved. It said federal prosecutors in Washington said that they had obtained evidence of a bribery scheme in which someone who would offer a substantial political contribution in exchange for a presidential pardon or a reprieve of sentence.
Wow, this is pretty much every president, right?
I have no idea. The order said prosecutor, but the person who has issued the most number of pardons has been the high-profile pardons, especially our very own Donald Trump.
His cronies are all crooks, anyways, right?
Yeah, the order said prosecutors were also investigating a secret lobbying scheme in which two unidentified individuals acted as lobbyists to senior White House officials without complying with the registration requirement of the Lobbying Disclosure Act. A Justice Department official said no government official is or was a target of the investigation. The Justice Department had to ask Howell's permission to review certain emails between a lawyer and clients who were not identified. And of course, Banjan, according to a CNN report that I was just reading up, even Rudy Giuliani apparently has asked for a preemptive pardon from President Donald Trump.
Yeah, it actually is this. No, I was reading about how pardons work. It actually is like it's like a card. You have to go to the court anyways, and then you show the card, and you leave.
What?
So it's like it's like having a membership card. So the
Wow.
pardon is like, I'm sure it doesn't tell you what you're pardoned about. It gives you an overall pardon.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't matter what crime you created or whatever.
It's like immunity sort of thing, huh?
Yeah, it's like an immunity sort
Oh
of thing.
God,
It's a
that's-
one-time card, of course. You got to use only one time, I guess. That's all.
Well, Trump has shown that he's willing to pardon or commute the sentences of his allies convicted of federal charges like Mike Flynn, Roger Stone. Other associates are allegedly making their own appeals to the president in hopes of a pardon before he leaves office. So they're saying that they want a preemptive pardon in the event that they get prosecuted.
I have a very strong feeling we're going to make history on 20th of January, Father. You know what's going to happen?
Yeah, he will be arrested as he leaves
No,
office.
he will not be arrested as he leaves. You know what's going to happen?
What?
We're going to have President Pence for a couple of hours, for an hour at least.
Who will-
Because what will happen is Donald Trump will resign for the last hour, and he will give the last hour to Pence, and Pence will sign the document pardoning Trump for everything. Federal.
Let's see, maybe.
So otherwise, that's what's going to do. That's the only way he can actually pardon himself, right? He can't go, pardon. He can't self-pardon. There's nothing called self-pardon. But the president can pardon somebody else. So his crony Pence, if he becomes president for 1 hour or 1 day, he can definitely pardon him in that particular time.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah. Then so all the other federal cases on him will not stick.
Oh God. Anyway, Democrat Joe Biden is headed towards victory in Georgia in the 2020 U.S. presidential election after the state's second recount. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger said on Wednesday, rejecting false claims of fraud in the race. It looks like Vice President Biden will be carrying Georgia, and he's our president-elect. Raffensperger, who is a Republican, said at a news conference after noting that no substantial changes have been seen in a second recount demanded by Republican President Donald Trump's campaign. In some tech news, Banajan, Amazon Inc. said on Wednesday that 5 companies, including Uber and JetBlue Airways, have joined its climate pledge, a commitment to net zero carbon by 2040. Chief Executive Officer Jeff Bezos last year pledged to make the largest U.S. e-commerce company net carbon neutral by 2040 as employees and consumers around the world protested for broader moves to address climate change. Environmental activists welcomed that move but said that cutting all emissions related to Amazon, which delivers 10 billion items a year and has a massive transportation and data center footprint, was a huge challenge. So Bezos said in a statement that the transportation sector plays a critical role in accelerating our carbon reduction goals. I don't know how many of you use it. We use it extensively, and this is a workplace app called Slack. Now, Slack is, whoever's working at Slack, guys, congratulations, because Salesforce has agreed to buy workplace messaging app Slack Technologies Inc. in a $27.7 billion deal, the biggest by the cloud computing pioneer, as it bets on an extended run for remote working and sharpens its rivalry with Microsoft. The deal enables Salesforce to provide a unified platform for businesses to connect their employees, customers, and partners with each other and the apps they use, bolstering its enterprise portfolio.
Well, of course, Microsoft already have their own thing, right? That's pretty robust.
Which is?
I forget. I think it's called Teams, one of that. Microsoft.
Yeah. But Slack is gaining a lot of momentum, and especially what they have targeted Alibaba also is the teen community. So now, speaking of teens, Vanajan, teen banking app Step has raised $50 million from investors led by Kotu Management alongside celebrities such as singer Justin Timberlake, influencer Charlie D'Amelio, and former quarterback Eli Manning. Step, which offers teenagers a bank account connected to a secured spending card and peer-to-peer payments, also has said that it secured funding from existing backers, including Stripe, Will Smith's Dreamers Venture Capital, and Crosslink Capital and Collaborative Fund. In news from India, Banajan, after regulatory action against Twitter, the government of India has now on Wednesday said that it issued an order against Wikipedia under the Information Technology Act, directing it to remove a link from their platform that shows the wrong map of Jammu and Kashmir. The government has warned that the company warned Wikipedia that its platform will be blocked in India if it does not comply with the order immediately. The action was taken after a Twitter user raised the matter through a tweet and sought action by Indian government. Sources said that Twitter user had highlighted a Wikipedia page on India-Bhutan relationship where the map shown had incorrectly depicted Jammu and Kashmir. Taking cognizance of this, Minister of Electronics and Information Technology Ravi Shankar Prasad issued an order on November 27th directing Wikipedia to remove the page as it was in violation of territorial integrity and the sovereignty of India, official sources have said. And in the same vein, the Supreme Court now has Supreme Court of India has directed the centre on Wednesday to install CCTV cameras and recording equipment at the offices of investigating agencies, which include the CBI, the Enforcement Directorate, the National Investigation Agency, which conduct interrogations and have the power of arrest. A bench headed by Justice Arif Nariman said that states and union territories should ensure that CCTV cameras are installed at each and every police station at all entry and exit points, main gate, lockups, corridors, lobby, reception, and also areas outside lockup rooms so that no part is left uncovered. More on that on MediaMahima.com. And pace spearhead Jasprit Bumrah found his mojo, and the Indian team in its winning ways in a morale-lifting 13-run triumph over Australia in the third and final ODI on Wednesday, salvaging some of the lost pride in a 1-2 series defeat. And an in-form Hardik Pandya blasted 92 not out of 76 balls, and Ravindra Jadeja's useful 66 off 50 took India to a healthy 302 for 5 in 50 overs after an inept show in the first 30 overs. You can catch up on all these news stories minute on MediaMahima.com. That's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Babe. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Don't go anywhere. Have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday. And of course, stay safe, stay happy, and listen to Radio Day Hotties on your iOS or Android. Have a wonderful Wednesday.